stop this lazy comparison to Mikel Arteta at Arsenal. And I'll tell you why. They're not comparable. And the reason why they're not comparable is because, first of all, Arteta spent less in the first two windows. Secondly, he won something to get the fans on board and to get them to believe in something. Thirdly, he wasn't this low in the table. And I've seen the stats. In the first, I think, 34 games or 31 games or something like that, Arteta got 10 more points than what he's got now. So it's not the same. And fourthly, am I on the fourth point? I think I am. And fourth, yeah, I think I am. And fourth, Arteta showed improvement. He showed improvement. Like, he changed things. He changed things. Like, he used to play a back five. Then everyone was like, please, Arteta's too negative, play a back four. They get touched playing back four. Then they go back to a back five. Silence of Sib says, stop this. And then what we start to do is this as well. We go, yeah, but they haven't won anything. They ain't won anything since then. I get that. I'm not saying like, oh, well, so Jim's comparing him to him, by the way. So if you're saying stop this, that means you don't agree with that. Ads, what are you disagreeing with? People that are saying stop this nonsense, what are you agreeing with then? Are you saying that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is wrong as well then? Because he is comparing it to Arteta and saying that's why we have to stick with him. But if you lot are saying stop this because what have Arsenal won? Well, then Sir Jim's wrong then, isn't he? That means you also are agreeing with what I'm saying. And you're disagreeing with what Sir Jim Ratcliffe is saying is what I'm saying. And what I mean is that whether Arsenal have won the big trophies or not, right, he has showed year-on-year improvement from the start. From the start. And comparing our guy to him, he's been worse in that period. Worse. So I don't get this whole, well, Arsenal, they stuck with him, and look, now they're second, and fifth, and then 2/8. Like, it's not the same thing.
I think the idea of the Arteta stuff, that for me goes down a hill when you see, those stats. You know what I mean? When you see that, I don't see Mikel Arteta in those. I mean, you're not going to see him in that one, but in comparison to even the ones that were deemed not good enough before, he's miles off. You know what I mean? He's miles off. Let's just go back to that one. Don't see Arteta in that. I tell you the even worse comparison, which we really need to stop doing, since we're saying we need to stop doing these comparisons. It's the Sir Alex one. I'm so tired of you fans would have wanted to sack Sir Alex Ferguson back in the 80s. You're not real. Come on. We do have this like post Sir Alex syndrome, which is like, because Sir Alex, he was here for 20 plus years, and then every manager needs to get 20 plus years at Manchester United, regardless of how well they're doing or they're not doing this, that, and the other. It's like we harken back on that and we go, oh, it's Sir Alex.
Stupid.
Well, no. Sir Alex was on the brink, and then guess what happened with him? He started getting, you guessed it, results. He started getting results, started winning things. That's why they talk about the Mark Robins goal. That's the goal that saved Sir Alex. Why? Because we fucking won something. We win in football matches. We're in latter stages of competitions then, right? That's what was happening at that period of time. Ruben Amorim, I get it back up on the screen once again. Look. not even at that point. We're nowhere near.
No, Owen, agenda. No,
we're nowhere near that point.
No.
But we always circle back, and we did it with Ten Hag, because we're good. We have the Messiah complex. We are desperate with players or with coaches. We need to find that person that is going to lead us back to the promised land, and we put so much on them, whether they're a player that steps on the pitch or they're a manager that's on the touchline in their technical area. It was the same with Ten Hag when he won like Carabao Cup. I just remember he was going for dinner with Sir Alex. This is the guy. So he's with Sir Alex. And he was hugging Sir Alex afterwards and what have you. We do it with Cobby, and these other players. They come in and we're like, you're going to be it, Pogba. You're going to be the one. They're going to take us, Flex. They're going to take us back to winning the league. That's what's going to happen. And then we sort of chew them up and spit them out, and they're not good enough. And it's the same with this sort of Sir Alex thing. We are so desperate for them to be the guy that if we then find out that they're probably not the guy, we will kind of delude ourselves for a long time. And I'm culpable of this too. I did it with Ten Hag. I did it with players too. No, they're not. It's got to work out. It's definitely going to work out. That's what it's going to be. It's definitely going to work out. And you have to realize when you make these comparisons to Ferguson, to Arteta, they're just that. They're just comparisons because no two situations are alike. So you can make surface level comparisons and go, oh, they had a bad start. All right, that's a blanket level comparison. Arteta had a rough start of it at Arsenal. Look where he is now. And you go, all right, how actually similar are those situations? And you go, they're not. They're not that similar. Or Sir Alex, you go, Sir Alex, you have difficult start. Man, I didn't win anything for like 5 years. You go, all right, let's have a look. Actually, in that period of time, how was he doing? Some bad seasons, some good seasons, where he finished like second in the league. Before he goes on to become Sir Alex. So the comparisons end. You know what I mean? The comparisons end. And what you do find out with this, with the Amorim situation, is there's not a lot comparable to this. When you're breaking records of like the worst win percentage since the Second World War, or you're miles off even, the previous guys that have come in post Sir Alex, you realize again, there's no comparison. There's no comparison from Amorim to Arteta. There's no comparison. Let's have one. Klopp. We do the Klopp comparison a lot, don't we? Oh, Klopp, when he first came in at Liverpool, struggled, and then look what happened with him. But then you look at his record compared to Ruben Amorim. There's no comparison, is there? It's not. Jurgen Klopp, like a first full season. What's he qualifying for Champions League? Getting to, a year later, getting into the Champions League final. Like, there's no comparison.
Well, you look at Sir Alex's here, 86-87. So, year I was born, 87. That's when Sir Alex got here. He finished 11th. Then he finished second. Like you said, finished second. Then he had a bad season and finished 13th. Then he finished 8th. Then he finished 6th. And then it was all up from there. Second, first, second, first, second, first, third, first. Like, fuck it, that was crazy. But,
if Ruben Amorim finished second in his second season, that would buy him a shitload of time. It would.
No, but what people are saying is let him get to his second season. And he finished 15th in this one. Let him get to his second season. And I think these are full seasons as well, by the way. So the 86, 87 season, I think that's a full season. So, you've got to be careful when you keep trying to compare it to the greats.
And also as well, another thing of that is, you mentioned, was that 1987? Did you say that was?
Yeah, 87, 86,
87. It's 2025. You know what I mean? Like a lot's happened since then. You mentioned like the amount of victories.
We're still the same, mate.
At that point, it was laughable that Sir Alex was going to kick Liverpool off their perch. You kidding me? How many Premier League titles were we behind by that point? Like 13 or something ridiculous, or league titles behind by that point? Ridiculous. A lot's happened since then. You know what I mean? It's not 1986 or 87 anymore. It's 2025. Man United is, as the institution, of course, it's always been massive. But things happen, things change. You can't compare it to that. You can't. So yeah, I think they're just easy cop outs. Well, look at Arteta, look at Klopp, look at Sir Alex. All right, cool. We'll keep saying that, when we're fucking 15th again or whatever. It's Look
at where we finished then. Wow. Placement. It's crazy when you look back and see. So yeah, but on transfer market, it's a bit different. It says 11th, 2nd, 11th, 13th. What's that one I just saw? Well, whatever. I think this would probably be more accurate. Yeah. Finished 11th, 29 games. So hold on. That must have not been a full season then.
Ad says, my head is hot. The meltdown is generational. 4 points off top 4, 6 points off the top. This is when we don't learn.
Yeah. This is when it gets stupid.
I remember it last season. I beg you guys, go back and to this date, go to October 9th, 2024. And we were having the conversation about Eric Ten Hag. It was the exact 6 points
same
off response.
Or whatever it was. They're only a little bit near
we're 9 points off top, mate. So it's gonna come good. It's gonna come good. I don't know what you're talking about. 9 points off top 4 with 6 points off. This it's totally fine. We got it up a couple of shows ago, didn't we? Whereby we never got out of like 14th or 15th last season. Like we did every game, and it was still look, we're only 9 points. Even in the sort of this calendar year in 2025, I remember even like in January there was still like you do realize we're only like 9 points off. 8th or 9.
Yeah, we're only three games in a row, which we're never going to win ever.
Yeah,
in a row of like, you know what I mean? And hoping the other teams lose 3 games in a row at that time. Yeah. And here we are. Fast forward, can't win back-to-back games. Man, this guy's fucking growing his hair. It's waiting for this level of consistency to claw back these so-called points where we're only 6 points off, 9 points off.
Frank's got a giant red afro.